Welcome to Cranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Cranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. I don't know why I keep doing this nowadays. Hello, I'm back. We're back for the Watchalong, PSG versus Bayern, and truly looking forward to this game. It should be they call it a humdinger, one of those games which goes up and down, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. It should be a great game, and I hope you're doing the same. I hope you are looking forward to a good game so you can join me and we can try to enjoy. And the first thing we should do is think about the previous game, which ended 5-4 in PSG's favor. And they were leading 5-2? Bayern came back, scored 2 late goals. And that was away from home. So now Bayern is at home. We'll see how that work. So here are the starting lineups. And the big thing you see right away, the most significant thing right away is what? Let me know. It's interesting. You see the starting lineup for PSG: Safanaz, Emery, Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes, Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, and then Doi, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia. It's a very potent front six. The Bayern team, which is interesting, and one name is missing and must be injured because I don't see him in the subs bench, is Neuer, Upamecano, Ta, Kimmich, Kane, Coleman, Olise, Lamer, Musiala, Stanisic, and Pavlovic, I should say. No Diaz, which is huge for Bayern. Y'all can remember that 50-yard ball he took down like a Suarez, got eluded the defender and put in the far corner. That's the quality of Diaz, and he's not there. Must be injured. Is he injured, or have you guys hearing the rationale as to why he's not in the squad? I assume he's injured, but that's not good for Bayern. They need him. Now Kingsley Coleman is a very good player, but doesn't have any end product. He's probably more skillful than Diaz, but no end product. No end product, as far as I'm concerned. So we'll see what happens, but two very good teams, two very attacking teams. If I look at both teams, I think PSG get the ball upfield in no time. 4 or 5 passes, boom. DWS says, bless up, Cranky, the West Ham game now becomes the most important. Yes. Well, no, they all three are important. I see the PSG team walking out, big Paris on their back. They're all important. The Burnley game is important because, remember, they only got beaten 1-0 by City, and then we have the last game of the season against London team. Why is it slipping me now? That should be an interesting game, but they have a Europa League game or Conference League game 3 days afterwards. So Crystal Palace have an incentive not to play their best players, so we'll see. But this should be a phenomenal game today. Truly looking forward to it. If I thought about the first leg, the one player who disappointed me quite a bit was Musiala. I mean, he had a very bad injury after the Club World Cup, broke his leg, didn't truly recover. for a long period of time. I think that was Donnarumma who broke it, actually. And I don't think he has been the same since. Olise has been phenomenal. Kane has been Kane. We know what Kingsley Coman can do. The midfield is good. Kimmich is the stalwart there. But it's going to be interesting, actually. Pavlovic is also a good player. But for PSG, they're the defending champions. They're trying to go back to the final to repeat. Their attack between Dewey Dembele and Vardshalia is devastating. Like, all very technical, all pretty quick, all extremely skillful. And the worst finisher of all of them may be Dembele, actually, who misses glorious chances almost every game. Like, a lot of easy chances every game. But he gets a lot of chances because he put himself in position to get chances. Vitinha, who couldn't get a game at Wolves, has been a revelation playing for PSG. After he went back to Portugal after couldn't make it in the Wolves team. Pacho is from Ecuador, has been good. Marquinhos, Brazilian, has been very good. Zaire Emery has played. He's one of the top, he's played the most minutes for PSG, actually, and one of the most minutes in Europe. Safanov has been good. So it's a really good matchup. Two good teams. I would expect a phenomenal game. And I am looking forward to the game. Truly looking forward to the game. So let's see how it works out. The two teams are, to me, evenly balanced. PSG plays the same wherever they go. Last year, PSG played Arsenal was it a PSG, Arsenal, and Barcelona? Inter beat Barcelona, and PSG beat us, but I think we lost that series because Partey got a yellow card the game before, couldn't play the first leg, and I think that decided that series. But we gave them a hard time. And I know everyone expects the winner of this game to win the Champions League, but that's not how it works. It's a club competition. It's a knockout competition. It is one game at one point in time, so you never know. But I'm looking forward to this game. We are 22 minutes from game time. The world is anticipating this. So if you want an exciting game, you should watch this one, because when we play them, we won't be that exciting. We're going to play very smart. We're going to be very cautious. And we're going to make sure that we are balanced. We're not going to take undue risk. So if you want to see some exciting football, end-to-end football, no breaks, then this is the game to watch. Definitely looking forward to it. And I'm sure players are thinking about, if you're a player, this should be interesting, because if you're a player and the World Cup is around the corner, it's kind of hard not to play hard given what's at stake, but also you're just concerned about getting injury. A hamstring pull, ankle damage, anything, and you're out of the World Cup. And it comes across every 4 years. You're never sure about, can you get back there? So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. And that's the same for any player. If you're PSG or Bayern, you're not worried about domestic league. You always win those pretty easily. It's mainly this knockout competition. So you only basically have 2 games left, the most, that you have to play in. But if you're an Arsenal player trying to win the league and City's 2 points behind you and you have 3 games remaining, you have to play all out to win. And you may have the World Cup coming up if you're Declan Rice or if you're Raya. Almost most of the team, actually, are in some international team going to the World Cup. Trying to think about who may not be in the team. Jesus may not be in, but he's on the bench. If you look at the starters, Lewis Kelly may not be, just came in for Zubimendi. But Zubimendi's going, Rice is going. The entire back line, apart from Calafiori, is going, because he's not going anywhere except back home to Italy. So a lot of those players for Arsenal are going to be competing for a space to go to the World Cup. So do I have the wrong team up there? Let me go back and check. Maybe I have the wrong team. I must have pulled up the wrong team from X. Let me take this down then. I thought Kingsley Coman was in. So where's Diaz? Maybe I had the wrong team, people. I apologize. I thought Kingsley Coman was in Saudi Arabia. I pulled this up from a source, and it must be the wrong source. Let me go back to Bayern. Oh, Diaz should be playing. Diaz should be playing. I don't see it. I can't find the list, people. Bayern starting lineup. I pulled it up from the wrong source. And I had it someplace else, Let me see this. Yeah, Diaz is on there. I'm going to pick up another list. The list I have was the wrong one. I apologize. So I should follow German football more. In fact, I had it, and I didn't put it up, I'm going to put this right line up. Me 1 second, people. Me download this. I'm going to call it right lineup and put it up. Kind of surprised. Okay, so this is the lineup. So I apologize for pulling up the wrong list earlier. So this, what did I do? These are the teams. Reggae Boys Reactor. Who is this? My phone. Somebody texts me and says, your BS is just Reggae Boys Reactor doesn't like my show. I really don't care what you say. I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna laugh at you. But looking forward to the game. Diaz is on there. So okay, so I messed up totally. I picked up the wrong. I always try to pick up the right sheet. I picked up the wrong sheet from another time, and then elaborated on it too. I guess I'll cut that out of the stream. Do I think Arsenal can beat these teams? Arsenal already beat Bayern, Different Bayern then, and I think they bossed us in the first half. But we can beat both of these teams. People, defense win championships, okay? Defense win championships. All right? Defense win championships. Always remember that. So no matter how good the offense is, if you can nullify the offense and you have enough offense, problem with us is we don't have enough offense. Saka came back and he's the one who scored the last 2 goals in the last 2 games. At least goalkeepers have scored against Fulham too. But I think the problem that we have is we recycle the ball too much and not pass forward enough. And Eze doesn't play with enough fire. I think Eze is a brilliant player, but he walks too much. He's not trying to free himself up a lot. I would rather play neither of these teams. Frankly, I'd rather play Bayern, to be honest. We struggle with PSG, especially. Yeah, I prefer to play Bayern. When we played Bayern, they didn't have Diaz, though. But I would prefer to play Bayern. If I had Bayern, because I think Bayern centre-backs can be got at. I think Tar is good, Upamecano is good, but I think they can be got at. The problem with PSG is that they're so fluid. They're moving so much. They're interchange. They don't have a true false number 9. Dembele is a false 9. He's quick. They isolate him. When they get the ball after they turn you over, they're gone. Australia, Dewey, and Dembele are ridiculous. And their midfield is so small and compact and skillful. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. So, yeah. Colin Quest supporting the channel. Colin, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it, sir. Hope things are going well with you and your family. Keep on supporting the channel, Colin. We do appreciate you. It's encouraging to see people who want to hear my voice and hear what I have to say about different topics. So thanks. I appreciate the contribution. As I said, last year I made a loss on YouTube, which I find that interesting. I made a loss on YouTube in terms of, because it takes more than just coming on, you got to buy programs and software and a bunch of stuff. But anyway, it is fun. So I like doing it. Even though I get beaten sometimes, but I give up my fair share, so I shouldn't complain. But we're looking forward to the game. If I was to, who are you guys picking to win this game, actually? I should ask that question. Saka look like he'll end up like Sterling and Rashford. Saka is just 24, Saka is 24 and he has the 5th most goal contributions for an Arsenal player, behind Henry, Bergkamp, Ian Wright, and Van Persie. I think Henry's 1, Bergkamp 2, Van Persie 3, Ian Wright 4, and Saka is 5. I think he's like 108 or something. So goal contributions. He's only 24. His best year should be ahead of him, even though I'm very concerned that he's getting injured and not played. So, no, but he's been a good servant for the club. Would he end up like Sterling and Rashford? It's possible. When you start out that early, you burn out quicker. And especially when your manager overplay you. Sterling had played a lot of games for Liverpool and then started up very young, 17, then went to City and played continuously. So, and you look at Sterling's record and what goals he scored a lot of goals. He hasn't been given the credit for what he deserves, I think, for his contributions, actually. But he fell off a cliff, basically. Fell off a cliff. That's what happened. The body goes. That's why I showed that list earlier of all these Jamaica players who are 28, over 28 and over 30. You have to replenish them. It's a young man's game. Unless your name is Ronaldo. But we're 15 minutes from game time. You see the lineups, the correct lineups, I hope, since I messed up the first time. I think Musiala has to play well for Bayern. I think he was on the periphery the last game. Musiala has to play well. I think you can get at Bayern with Lamer and with Stanisic. I think you can get at them against those two players, especially given how skillful Watchalong is and Dewey is. But the front, the Diaz, Olise, and Kane are a brilliant front line. And they have been playing really well. I think Bayern's problem is they don't get tested week in, week enough in the Bundesliga. There are very few competitive games that they play where they're stretched. So when you go to Europe, it becomes more challenging. And PSG may be somewhat similar, even though they have built a team to win the Champions League. What's interesting about PSG is this. When they had these name stars like Mbappe and Neymar and Messi, they went nowhere. And now that they don't, they just have a lot of workers. And as Dembele say, if you don't run, you don't play. So Luis Enrique required them to run and run quite a bit. So if you don't play total football for PSG, you can't play. You see Mendes all the way upfield playing like a left, like a 9 sometime or a 10. And they're very mobile. They're very interchangeable. They're very flexible. And that makes them very dangerous. Even though I think Olise was burned. First time I've seen somebody just go by Mendes like he's not there was Olise. Olise is such a brilliant player. And he scored the last game. And I'm curious to see how Kane plays this game, actually. And Kane is supposed to be signing a new contract. But Kvaratskhelia is a player who I'm surprised wasn't pursued by a Premier League team. Like, it's interesting that PSG have such a good team. And apart from the players who were born in France, like Adoue and stay there, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha, they pick up all these players and it all works brilliant. Vitinha was at Wolves, couldn't get any game time. Dembele was at mess at Barcelona, playing video games and not focused on his craft. So it's really interesting to see how they put this team together and how well they have gelled. And they have a brilliant manager in Luis Enrique, so that makes it interesting. What does that mean, Chorus? What are they saying? Is it about Arsenal? By the way, people, I have a question for you. Each of you in the chat. If you watched the game yesterday, do you think there should have been a red card against the Atletico Madrid player when he fouled Gyökeres and he got a yellow card? Because as far as I'm concerned, Gyökeres would have been in on goal. He was facing the goal. He was getting away. The person on the right wasn't close enough. Did everyone explain why it wasn't a red card? I never saw an explanation, actually. Never saw an explanation why it wasn't a red card. I thought it should have been a red. All right, I'm gonna be surprised. I am a little bit surprised. See, someone just sent me something saying this may have been the worst Premier League season ever in terms of quality. I don't know about that. They have 3 teams they'll have 3 teams in all the European finals. Arsenal is in the Champions League final. Nottingham Forest or Villa will be in the Europa League final. And Crystal Palace is in the Conference League final, which suggests that they're competing. Crank, who you prefer in the finals? I don't prefer either team, to be honest. Wait, no, I shouldn't say. I prefer Bayern. Let me be frank. I prefer Bayern. PSG scares the daylight out of teams. I prefer Bayern. Peter says red card. I would agree. Corey says, I am a Gunners fan for the UCL. Okay. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. So, yeah, Peter, I don't know why that was not a good. I haven't seen any explanation. Have they provided any explanation of why it wasn't a red? I called it immediately when I saw it because I don't know how you can be the last man and you get fouled and it's not a red card. You can't give, if you give a yellow, it has to be a red. Because the other defender was on the far side and wasn't going to get there. So I still don't understand what. And I didn't hear Arteta protest, which is interesting. I assume if we drew or we lost, he would have protested and complained. But since we won, just want to move on. I don't want to sound like he's whining because he does whine quite a bit. But if Arteta win either of those trophies, you can't, as I was saying in Jamaica, you can't talk to him. If he wins either trophy, there's no conversation. He would have built a team that struggled to get into the Champions League over 6 years, even though we spent a lot of money. But he would have gotten them to the promised land, one of the promised lands. Okay, I hear you, Peter. I wonder why there wasn't much more said about that, actually, because I don't understand why there wouldn't be. It was definitely, to me, a red card. But you see the starting lineups, the correct starting lineup, I hope. You know, say I hope because I messed up earlier. It's what you would expect from this team. And it's very potent on both sides of the aisle. And people forget that we played Bayern Munich. They didn't run up on the field. We beat them by, we scored what? Was it 3-1 or 3-0? But they bossed the first half and we ran them off the court in the second half, or off the field, I should say. Not court. So we'll see what happens. Should be a very, very good game. Looking forward to the game. Would expect that Bayern is at home, so they want to be more assertive. But I was a little bit surprised how assertive Atletico Madrid was yesterday. They could have won that game easily. Simeone missed a chance. When the substitute Serloff came off, missed a chance. I thought he was going to score when it was a horrible back header by Saliba. I'm not sure what he was doing. But it should be a good game, interesting game. And it should be a very entertaining game. That's probably the most important thing, actually. It should be a very entertaining game because both teams want to go forward and score and play attractive football. I would say this, though. People are killing Arsenal for not playing attractive, for playing what we call paint dry football, like watching paint dry on the wall. But Arsenal is very sound defensively. In the final, we'll probably play Nkapi versus Calafiori. Some people say Calafiori wasn't that good yesterday. I didn't think he was that great yesterday. I think he made a few mistakes, which against a better team, we get punished. But Nkapi is hard to beat. Hopefully Timber comes back by May 30th. Not sure what's wrong with Timber. We haven't got much news. But we need Timber. If we have Timber, Nkapi, Calafiori, Gabriel and Saliba, and Rice playing the 6, I take my chance against anybody. Okay. I know the English press is brutal. Brutal. Talk about YouTubers in Jamaica. The press is brutal in England. It's all about selling newspaper. They don't care about your feelings. It's all about selling newspaper. But I'm glad CBS is bringing this. You can tell that sports is dominating in terms of media and platform because CBS to be bringing Champions League in the middle of the day is not normal. Normally some sport soap opera. I see my friends from England, Apollo, is going to be bringing a stream also. He just dropped me the stream. So they're coming on late. But it should be a very, very good game. I'm looking forward to the game. We have 5 minutes before game time. Both teams are in the tunnel. Both teams are trying to get hydrated. They're drinking water. Like water with some nutrition in it. And looking forward to it. You see the starting lineups there? For PSG, Safonov, we have Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, and Emery. And in the midfield, we have Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, and up front, the Falls Nine, Dembele, Dewey, and Varaustralia. I always mess his name up. And then for Bayern, it's Manuel Neuer, the ageless wonder, in goal. Then we have Lamer, Ta, Upamecano, and Stanisic. Ralovic, Kimmich, playing a double pivot. And then we have Diaz, Musiala, Olise, not Conan Cranky, and then Kane up front. So Talawa. People go over to Talawa TV. Crystal runs her channel, covers different sports, including track and field. She covers, hey Crystal, if you want to join, let me know. She covers football, especially women's football. And she's very opinionated, which is excellent. So Talawa, thanks for joining. It should be a fascinating game. By the way, Talawa, we're in the finals. So Crystal, we're in the finals. So let's see what happens. But go over to Talawa TV and subscribe, people. She have a lot of good information that she provides to the public. Go over to Talawa TV and subscribe to her channel. Support the channel. Okay. Crystal, I sent you, I was trying to call into your program the other day and it wasn't working on the WhatsApp. I don't know if I got the wrong number. I know it's a 44 plus. I was trying to call in. You had a show. I was trying to call in. And obviously I didn't work out because I probably don't know what I'm doing. The number is, let me put the number on the screen for you. The teams are in the tunnel. I see Marquinhos. I see Vitinha. How do you, people, I'm always saying this in sports. So you got to think about this actually. There are various sports that we see where certain players don't have prominent roles and they change teams and their talent manifests itself. And I wonder if we have that with certain players, like say locally born players, for example. Let's say a Whisper, if he's better than he really is, but he doesn't get the chance. I'm going to give you an example of two players. Vitinha is one. He went to Wolves, couldn't get in the game. Now he's a stellar player who's probably worth over £100 million. In basketball, look at Brunson from the Knicks, who's on Dallas playing behind, what's his name, from the Lakers, who was at Dallas also, right? He was a substitute, came on play when Luka wasn't there. I was thinking about Luka. And now he's the star for the Knicks. And if I go way back, I think about Rolando Blackman at Dallas with Mark Aguirre, and I'm dating myself. Some of you weren't born then. But there's sometimes some players who don't see them. They're not that prominent. They're good players, and then they go someplace else and they're stars. And it does say sometimes you have to manage your own career. You ain't get no game time. Go someplace to get game time. You can't look good without game time. Can't be on the bench without game time. Bless up, Ika Reeks. How you doing? So it's very interesting. The teams are on the field. I see Olise. And think about a player like Olise, for example, who was very good at Crystal Palace. But did we know that he was this good? I mean, Bayern buy him, so he must have been good, but it's a different Olise we're seeing. It's another level Olise. And even Vincent Kompany coaching Bayern, who would have seen that? So you have to have insight and perspective for Vincent Kompany, who took Burnley up, playing good football, and then they get demoted. And he learned from there to Bayern. It's amazing. So I will say this, though. When you're very talented, and in certain circles, in certain disciplines, in certain professions, people know who you are. They see you. It's like when you work in a corporate environment. Some people may not know somebody, but you're in a room with them. You hear them. You hear their ideas. You see their writing. You see how they articulate. You see how they manage. You see how they evolve. And they give you insight into them. And I think that's the same way for the football community, where we may not have that intelligence and that information because it's not at our disposal, but it's out there for those who are really involved in the game to know these players, or know these coaches, or know these managers. So it's really interesting. But Vitinha, I think, is a perfect example of a player who could have been playing for, Arsenal or Man U or Spurs or any of those teams, and he couldn't even get on the field for Wolves. That's amazing, actually. That's one of the most extreme ones, actually. That one and the Brunson, Brunson from the Knicks. Those are extremes. Those are extremes. You go from a can't even get off the bench to a superstar in not a lot of time either. That's actually amazing. Today should be a good game. Good day. One thing I also think about is Pacho is from where? Paco, I should say, is from where? He's from Ecuador, which also produces Encape. So that's the center back pairing. And also have in front of them Caicedo. So that's a very defensively strong team. Corey says, somehow the fans are asking the same thing for Casey Palmer, they loan to Luton. Well, sometimes it's about the environment too, right? And the players around you, actually. There are a lot of different factors. Sometimes the players around you and sometimes the manager and how restrictive they are in their strategy and their style of play. There are a lot of different factors that inform that. But you as a player have to know your worth and make sure that you're maximizing your worth. Don't stay someplace because you like the club. Yeah, that can't be it. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were talking about them liking where they are but the compensation someplace else was much bigger. And I was thinking, you got to think about all the factors involved, but comp is a big deal. It's a big deal. That loyalty stuff, game is off, people. Kick off by Bayern, Dembele's quick. Ball played over, miscontrolled by Kane, but he got it back. Kane trying to go wide, and Mendes picked it up. Mendes coming forward, beats 1, beat 2, beat 3. Plays it over to Vininha, who goes wide to Dewey. Dewey over to Emery. Come back inside to Dewey. It should be a really good game. Bayern is in a 3-2. Is that 3-2-5 pressing? Not sure what Marquinhos was doing a while ago. Yesterday's game wasn't the most enjoyable game, but we won, so therefore it was ecstatic. Thanks, Sherman, for the request for people to like the stream up, people. Neuer has a mistake in him, so it should be interesting. One thing about PSG, they run all day. Ball play to Neuer, he's struggling with it. Not a good pass by Upamecano. PSG's pressing vigorously. They don't have soft press. They press hard. And you know how fit you have to be running that like that for 90 plus minutes? Neuer look like he'll give something away now, people. Trying to play it from the back is not working. Here comes PSG. Is this Dewey? It looks like he got fouled, but it wasn't called. Here comes Elise. No, referee saying nope, that wasn't a foul. Oh, he said tripped over, and it wasn't a foul. He jumped and fell. Nothing has happened in the game yet, and you can see how exciting it's going to be. It's a high tempo, chaotic environment. A really good 1-2 to Varachveda. He's coming forward. He's in the box, looking to cross. He crosses Dembele. It's 1-0 to PSG. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, my Lord. Their transition is devastating. Goal by Dembele. Brilliant cross by Varachveda. That 1-2 is devastating. Arsenal, please watch this because they may be playing this team. That was devastating break. Like, devastating. That's not even... Man. They had like 4 people in the box, They had like 4 people in the box. They had options. He had options to pick out. The defense is too slow for Bayern. Look at that. He's way behind Upamecano, who can't catch up. They had 3 against 3. Crossed to Dembele, and he just rifled it into the roof. Wow. That was too easy. He had time to look and pick out his man. Nobody's beside him. That's poor defending by Bayern. Poor defending. Let me see the replay again. And Dembele didn't do that. Well, I mean, he struck it in the top corner, but he should have put it close side, more to the right side. But it doesn't matter. He scored. Wow. That's in the... We just started playing. It started already. That's amazing. They are very, very technical. Very technical. That's the thing I've noticed about them. When they're breaking, they're not turning it over. They're making a precise pass. Wow, that was. I think Bayern needs to put on Alphonso Davies if he's not injured. They need speed out there. Those two right and left back in Lamer and Stanisic, to me, they don't do it for me. And this against this team, you need quick defenders. That's why we need back. We need we can't use Ben White in this game. PSG pressing is unbelievable. Remember Bayern when Barcelona was good with Messi, young Messi, and they're pressing with Xavi and Iniesta and Busquets. That pressing was stifling. And then when they get the ball, you can't touch it. That's how PSG has become. Oh, and their pressing is all over. You're not getting time to settle. So we are in the 5th minute of play, and Bayern is at home and down 1-0 already. This is not pleasure of Arsenal. Here comes Bayern down this line, looking for Stanisic. He's looking to cross. He doesn't have a cross. Plays to Elise. Elise turns it over by being too casual. It's a foul against Pacho and free kick to PSG. Wow, that was an amazing goal, actually. The speed of the counter was ridiculous. And Dembele score again. I guess he's on that Ballon d'Or trajectory again. A lot of people are talking about Yamal. And Dembele is there again. They win the Champions League, especially they win the Champions League. Here comes Bayern. Throw into Bayern. If you just join us, this is a watch along for the game between PSG and Bayern. And I've said before, I would prefer to play Bayern and PSG because their attack is just devastating. They got speed, they got skill, they got know-how, they got work rate. They have all the attributes to be a great forward line. I do not fear for Arsenal. Styles makes fight. Always remember that. Styles make fight. Well, you can look great today, and then against another team, you look horrible. I'm not fearful for us. We'll be all right. We're not Bayern defensively. You ain't seen nobody score 5 goals against us this season. Not happening. Not with the two best center backs in football. This is not Ta and Upamecano. This is Gabriel and Saliba. Here comes PSG again. Kvaratskhelia just turn. Lamer inside out. I don't know. Lamer to me is not it. Stanisic and Lamer are not it. Here comes Elise. Taken out. That should be a yellow card, referee. He's down on the ground. It should be a yellow card. Yep, it's a yellow card. Yellow card to who was that foul? Was that Dembele? Couldn't see that. No, it's Mendes. Oh yeah. That's a foul. Elise has his ticket though. Mendes is a good player. It shows you what skill can do, people. Exceptional skill. Yeah, that was a yellow card. Because he cannot handle Elise. He's in trouble. Mendes is in trouble. Let me say this from now on. Mendes is in trouble. That yellow card, he's in trouble. He will not survive this game if he plays over that side of the field. I'm making a bet, people. He will not survive this game because Elise like to take people on. And in Europe, they're a little more lenient than in the UK, but he ain't surviving this game if he's the one marking him for the rest of the game. Trust me. Kimmich plays it out to Elise. Elise with a horrible cross. And if it's trying to score, or if it's trying to cross, that was not good. That 1-2, that's a PSG thing. That 1-2 is a predetermined way of playing. When Varasrelia passed the ball out wide and then he runs off the defender who's not turning, or the midfielder who's not turning. Upamecano was supposed to cover, but he was too slow. Yeah, it's probably a good list. Yeah, it's probably a good list. And they all, well, Des is right footer, but the other two are left footers. I think they should play. Let me see if Davis is there. I'm trying to find if Alphonso Davis is there. Dembele has 7 goals in 12 matches in the Champions League. So now with the ball, we're in the 10th minute of play. PSG leading 6-4 in aggregate. It didn't take long to score, that's for sure. One thing about PSG, they're quick. All the players are quick. And their decision making is quick also. And spot on. PSG going long. Ball played out. Good play by Bayern. Diaz trying to find. Oh, Diaz find Musiala trying to find Kane. Got broken up. Musiala has to do more. He's a brilliant player, but he has to do more. And now Bayern is starting to press rep the field, but that could be dangerous for you. PSG would just go behind you. So Ta trying to play, and he plays out of bounds. Throw into PSG. We're in the 11th minute of play. And it's PSG 6, Bayern 4. 1-0 in this game, 6-4 in aggregate. Bayern need to score soon, because I'm sure you can stop PSG from scoring. Here comes Bayern. Ball played into Elise, looking to shoot. He goes wide to Kane. Kane's shot is blocked, and here comes PSG. Trouble. This is organized chaos, people. Varasrelia coming forward. She used brilliantly, turned his man brilliantly, and that's a foul. You just have Lamer all over the place. He's such a skillful player and such an aware player. Look how he just turned Lamer a while ago like he's not there. He's calling for the yellow card, but ref decided not to. If you're Bayern, you're at home, you're thinking, we went home, so should have to handle them, but it's not working that way. Here comes PSG, Vitinha with it. Goes all the way back to Marquinhos. Gonna go all the way back to goalkeeper. Ooh, goes long. See what they said? They're trying to get upfield as quickly as possible. They don't mind kicking the ball away sometimes just to restart the play. Elise headed over, trying to find Kane. Kane back to Elise. Elise should be away. So it's Elise and Mendes one-on-one. This should be interesting. Elise against Mendes, trying to go inside, turns him right. Fake the cross. Cross in the box. Wow, that was close. It's a goal kick to PSG. Elise is going to have Mendes on skates today. He had him all beaten. And then Mendes blocked it. If Elise faked that cross and keep going, he's got Mendes, If he faked the cross, because he faked it the first time, faked it the second time, he's got him. Because he's stretching. If he just fakes it, he's stretching and go around him. I know he's kind of tight on the sideline and running out of room, but you would have had him. Here comes Bayern again. Bayern coming forward. Good turn by Musiala. Beat his man nicely. He should go outside to Elise. And he has him. Mendes has no help. Help hasn't come yet. Goes back to Kimmich. Goes to Ta. Diaz. They're going to recycle the ball. Have to go all the way back. Tar plays it out to Lamer. Lamer goes wide to Olise. Olise against Mendes. He goes out to Musiala. Try to go back to Olise. Musiala got to play better. Here comes Bayern. Ball crossing the box. Too far. Going to go for a throw-in, but no, PSG have it in. He got dispossessed by Diaz. Diaz trying to beat his man. Does a good job. Cross the ball to Kane. Ball blocked. Oh, that was close. Good pressure by Lamer. He should come back to Upamecano. He does. Goes back to Kimmich. Kimmich trying to go back to Upamecano. Salah. Kvaratskhelia between the legs of Upamecano, and he's going forward, and he has numbers with him. He's going to go outside, and he beats Upamecano brilliantly. He's in the box. Wow, he's a difficult. I think Arsenal should buy him, no matter what it costs. He's a difficult cover. If he's 100 million Arsenal, we need to replace Trossard and Martinelli. He just turning people inside out. And Musiala is still down. He got hit in the stomach. He's had problem breathing. Let's see if I can find out what happened. I don't see what happened. Musiala is down. Oh, I think when he went to get the ball, Vitinha elbow hit him in the stomach. Yeah, I think that's a foul. You're just trying to ward him off. Apparently, it got the elbow connected with the ribcage, I guess. It's a corner to PSG. Good afternoon. Hello.
Mr. Cranky, how are you?
Crystal, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm not bad. Sorry for the delay. I was a little bit tied up my end, so I had to get some stuff out of the way.
I can always drop you the thing, I can always drop you the link. You want to come on? It's up to you.
I think a phone call is probably better, more feasible right now, just because I'm multitasking, doing loads of different things.
You multitasking during this game? This game is
I'm literally in my kitchen. I've got the game on my laptop, and I'm like standing over my food, like trying to sort out some stuff. So I'm all over the place right now.
Yeah, PSG coming forward. Yeah, so how you doing?
I'm not bad. I'm just excited that we're through to another final. Thank God. Like it's crazy. Like the last time Arsenal went to a men's Champions League final, I literally just started secondary school. So it's
all right. Stop making us feel old. Stop making us feel old. I was not in secondary school. Yeah, no, it's a good thing we're in a final. It's gonna be tough to beat one of these two teams because PSG look almost unbeatable. They just have everything. Yeah.
They're like they are a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
They are.
Yeah, I look at it this way, though, and I think, it's a privilege and an honor. We work to get to the Champions League final, undefeated.
Yep.
At this stage of the tournament, you should be getting two very good teams in a final anyway. So
that is true.
It doesn't really matter much.
Yeah, that is true.
Final, isn't it?
Yeah, and we have a very good defense, so we can rely upon that. The offense is stuttering all year, but the defense is very good.
Yeah. But Gyökeres did well yesterday. I was like pleasantly pleased by him. His hold-up play, the way he was putting himself onto the defense. I was really impressed by him.
Well, I think they're now playing the ball to him, right, versus around him. So, so they're playing the ball down the channel, which they weren't doing before.
Yeah.
As they did in the last game, and it works out. Saka scores goal. And they are doing it now more frequently. They did quite a bit yesterday. And I was telling people that the foul on him, but the yellow card was given, was a red card. That cannot be a yellow card. I still don't understand how it's a yellow card. I still don't understand people are not protesting it. Now, Arteta said nothing. I don't understand. I'm like amazed, actually.
I think Arteta just don't want to get in trouble, so he's thinking that's the least right now. He's high on happiness right now, isn't
Yeah. He has a chance to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Can you imagine if he pulled the double?
he? Yeah.
He can ride his
Oh
ticket.
my God, it's unbelievable. It's like, you know what it is though, Frankie. I'm taking it one game at a time. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. At this point, it's not even PTSD. It's just about just remaining humble and saying, I always say, once the full time comes, that result is no longer relevant. You can't have the mindset of saying we did X, Y, Z, so we're guaranteed to win the next match, because that's how you become complacent and end up shooting yourself in the foot. So I'm just taking it one game at a time and hoping we get over the line finally.
Yeah, and look, Bayern, I mean, Everton do us a favor, so we have nothing to complain about. Everton did us a
Yes,
big
they
favor.
did.
In fact, they should have won that
They
game.
did
I still
massive.
don't understand how they gave up that second goal. It's like childish football, frankly. It's like
I
secondary
have
school
my
football.
theory. I have my theory
You
on
think
the
he was
Premier
orchestrated?
Do you know what it is? I don't know if you know a show called EastEnders.
I heard about EastEnders. I watched a couple of, not really watch it, but I was in the UK. It'd been around for a long time. I used to live in the UK from 2012 to 2014. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, okay, Bold and the Beautiful then, so everyone knows what we're on about.
Yep.
So I just see it as one big soap opera, and I think they love the cliffhangers. I think that if they can, I'm not saying there's any corruption going on, but I'm just saying they love these type of moments where it's still alive and well. And for the Premier League, if it can go down to the final day,
Yeah.
it's great for them. It's a blockbuster finish, so they're not complaining, are they? They're loving it.
Yeah. By the way, on the game, it's still 1-0. Dewey going forward,
Yeah,
dancing
I got my eyes
and
on it.
dancing. For Australia, was a brilliant player. I would love to get him at Arsenal. Look at,
I don't understand why we didn't do that, Cranky.
yeah. He's a brilliant player. And he
And
works hard too. It's not like he's just an offensive player like Mbappe. He plays both ways.
yeah. Oh Lord, you just said Mbappe. Oh God. Um, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one, but would you take him at Arsenal?
He's an entitled. I don't know. He wouldn't work without Teta. He wouldn't work without Teta.
I don't think
He
so.
wouldn't
Too
work without
much
Teta.
ego
No, it
there,
wouldn't work.
isn't it?
If we done another Aubameyang type player, it wouldn't work in terms of
Yeah.
attitude. It
Too
wouldn't work.
too
It wouldn't
much
work.
too
No,
much
Arteta is a
going on.
dictator.
Too much.
Arteta is a
Yeah.
dictator.
Too
You
much
conform.
going on.
Yeah, you conform or you go. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not going to work with it. I don't think managing that type of ego would go down well in the dressing room, where it seems like it's very like there's a lot of harmony going on at the moment. So
Yeah.
it seems like he would disrupt that.
Yeah, definitely. Diaz is such a brilliant player. I would have loved to have Diaz also.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He is
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm glad it's working out for him because, like Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and probably arguably the biggest club ahead of them would be the likes of definitely Real Madrid, Barcelona. No disrespect to Bayern Munich, but I'm glad that he's still enjoying his career, especially after what happened with his dad as well, dad being kidnapped and
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
I
glad
forgot about
he's
that
back.
actually.
Yeah, it's crazy, Cranky. Football players, I feel sorry for them, I really feel really sorry for them at times.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, they make all the money and people think that's all it is, but they're not people too.
No. Yeah. They go through a lot, just like you and I. They're human beings first, but
Yeah,
football is such an emotional game that oftentimes that we as fans don't think about that as the first thought. We're just kind of selfish at times and think about ourselves, unfortunately.
yeah, definitely. By the way, a while ago, people, that was not an offside. Mendes was keeping Kane on. The linesman put up his flag, but it wasn't offside. I don't agree with that. And you can't even call it back.
Who would you want though, Cranky? Who would you want in the final?
Bayern, definitely Bayern. I don't want anything to do with PSG. I want a team we can play against. Not that we beat them before, because that means nothing to me, because Diaz didn't even play that game. It's more of which team I think will manage the speed of PSG, the way they interchange. It makes it difficult to just mark them one-on-one. So our defense is very good.
Yeah.
And without Timber, we would struggle, because Ben White cannot handle either one. Can't handle Dewey of Australia. So yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah. I don't know how Mascara would compete.
No, it's too slow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on bless him. I forgot the team that we played against, and they had him on the ropes. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it
yeah,
might have
yeah.
even been.
Was it City?
It would
No,
have been.
it was City. Yeah,
I
because he's
think it
playing
was,
against
and I was just like,
I think he was playing against Doku, wasn't it? But then again, Doku is not an example for
Lord,
anybody because Doku can't be marked by any one person.
Lord have mercy. I was just like, bless him, take him off. I felt bad for him because they.
Well, I heard Robbie them say
I
play
felt
well, and I was like, "What game are they watching?"
no, they're being nice. Bless him.
But you know,
But
Robbie has
yeah, they
become very
were.
commercial, right? I love Robbie and his channel, but they
I've
become very
heard so
commercial.
much going on. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people with similar opinion, right?
Yeah, they use the
So
word,
the
they use euphemism nowadays. They use the word quiet game. When you play bad, it's you got a quiet game. So they're using euphemism, which doesn't show us bad when they talk about FIFA. But look, when you become more corporate, that's what happens. So I understand.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They have to be very careful.
Business is
They're
business,
getting
isn't
things
it?
from Arsenal now. They're part of the whole regime. Musiala got
Yeah,
dispossessed deep. Musiala not having a good game. I'm surprised he's on the field.
that's another play. Listen, I'm not gonna say who I want at Arsenal because people are gonna say we're deluded, but Musiala,
He's a very good player, but he
he's
wouldn't. We don't have a role for him, do we? I mean, we have two tens already, right?
I say the more the merrier, Frankie. The more the I'm trying to win it all at one point in my lifetime.
Yeah,
It's a
I
powerhouse,
think
but
next year we're gonna get rid of a few players. Jesus will be gone.
yeah,
Havertz may be gone,
100%.
especially. But you know, problem with those players, and
Mm.
they're in large wages. They only can be afforded by a few teams.
Yeah, but I think it might just come down to a thing of mutual respect as well. If there's no way there for you, you might as well just move on. I don't think we've had an issue so far, thank God, with moving on players, really and truly. Um, and I agree with you. There's a ton of players there that now need to move on. I don't know how you feel about the captain, but
Wait,
I don't
one
think
second. Look like
Arsenal.
Dembele got hurt. Upamecano got the ball, but he also got Dembele. Is it Dembele? And he's laying down. He's not moving. Or is it Mendes? It's like it's Mendes, not Dembele. But he went through everything: man, ball, the grass, the field. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Wow.
That's okay. Just saying, I don't know how you feel about
His time is up.
what's his
His
name?
time. His time is up. His time is up.
Odegaard, right?
Yeah. His time is up.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad though, Frankie, because I know he became a dad. I think it was last year, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, like we all know, like the complexities of, being a parent. And at the end of the day, like I said, they're human beings just like you and I. Not making excuses for him, but injuries coupled with the fact that he's a new parent, I feel that plays a role. But
Well, the
again,
best ability is availability, right?
exactly,
And he's not
If you're
available.
talking about, yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking about football business, you have to move on from him. But I
Yeah.
don't think he's the right captain for Arsenal anyway.
No,
So
and I heard they're looking at
just,
Arthur Guler, so I don't know how that works because Guler is a 10 also. Um,
well,
yeah,
we just have to wait and see what
yeah.
happens.
But at
All
least we
right.
have money. We've made a lot of money this year. We've made a ton of money. We've made a ton of money. Well, not we. The Arsenal made a lot of money because I haven't made any.
That's why I was laughing. I was like, did we? I'm broke.
Yeah, yeah. Arsenal made a lot of money this year, people. A lot of money.
Yeah, they did make a lot of money this year, which is what the club wants, isn't it? So
Yep.
hopefully we can get the trophies to match.
By the way, people, it's still 1-0 to PSG. Olise just came close. And by the way, I think wasn't Olise an Arsenal fan? I'm almost sure he was an Arsenal fan at one point. And we rejected him, didn't we? Did we
It's
rejected
probably
him?
because of
I think we rejected him. We rejected Kane. We rejected Eze, who came back. Yeah,
I think, you know what, Cranky, sometimes I just have to say, you know what, it is what it is. It worked out best for the player,
that's true.
Sometimes I just can't always think about ourselves. And there's no saying that it would have worked out for him at Arsenal anyways. Might not have, might have been a congested pathway. Because remember at one point, particularly under Wenger, the latter years, we never really had patience. We grew so impatient. Would we have had the patience for Elise and a Ezra? Probably not. We wouldn't. I don't think I would have had the patience with them.
Yeah, that's true.
We were all calling for a polished product. So
Yep,
happy
that's
with the
true.
way their careers turned out, really.
Yeah, PSG press is ridiculous. How do you get all that energy to be running the entire? We're in 28 minutes and they're pressing vigorously. They're not pressing soft. This is not like I press and I take some time off and play a mid block or a low block. I'm just pressing continuously. So you're never comfortable. You're never
Well,
comfortable.
I think we have to also remind ourselves that both of those teams, especially I think Bayer were heavier of the two, that they reportedly made some significant changes over the weekend, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that plays a role in the explosion that we're seeing from PSGs. But yeah, I'll take
Well,
any of them.
the
I'm not
PSG and
choosing
Bayern
one.
didn't play their top players, including Atletico Madrid this
No,
weekend, actually.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the final, and hopefully we get the job done.
Yep. Same here. Definitely same
Hopefully.
here. So it's a good thing.
But yeah, it is definitely a good thing. I'm excited, really excited.
Yeah, May
There's
30th.
a lot.
We will know in the evening if we're happy or sad. Actually, you know what? I won't feel terrible if we lose the final. If we don't win the Premier League, that would feel horrible. If we win the Premier League and we don't win the
Yeah, we're
final, I
so
won't feel horrible.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on what happens in the Premier League. Yeah, you have a good point. But we're so close to be Premier League champions that if we don't, it will be heartbreaking. It'll be very upsetting. But
Well, if we don't
let's
make the
just
Premier League
wait and
champion, it's just
see.
our fault. Nobody else is.
Yeah, at this point, well, it's all in our hands now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Bayern giving PSG what they can manage though. They're playing well. Ball go out to
yeah, I mean,
Diaz. Diaz coming forward. Let's see what he
you
does.
said something. I was watching as I was getting my dinner together. You said something about company. I can't remember, but I wanted to speak about it with you.
Well, now say
Maybe
he
one of the
was at
guys.
Burnley, right? And they went down,
Yeah,
and he got the Bayern
yeah,
job after that, which is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. It is. It is.
I mean,
It
for
is.
you to get a role after you, some people say you failed. You know, that's a big deal actually. So no, what I was saying is that when sometimes you have players, right? It's getting very tested, by the way, people. Sometimes you have players and
Hmm.
you can't say their ability because they don't get game time, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
example,
yeah,
Vitinha, who went to Wolves, couldn't get game time, yet he's one of the top players now in Europe.
yeah.
That could be a penalty for Bayern. Yeah, it should be a penalty for Bayern. This is Europe. It's a penalty for Bayern. It has to be. He tried to clear the ball
Yeah.
and hit his own man, and everybody's losing their mind. Yeah, it looks like it should be a penalty. In Europe, that's normally a penalty. Let's see what the ref does. Yeah, it's normally a penalty. It's going to be a penalty, trust me. His own man kicked the ball on his hand. It's probably going to be a penalty.
It's a penalty. It's
Yep,
a penalty.
yep. Normal in Europe. If it was a Premier League, maybe not. In Europe, and everybody has the iPad in the stadium. Look at this. It
Especially
should
what we
be.
saw last match between those two, the calls that were made.
Yeah,
Should
yeah,
be a penalty.
yep. It probably is a penalty, and that's unfortunate actually.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
playing. He didn't get a penalty. That's amazing, actually. I don't understand Europe anymore.
It's the lack of consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Ben White penalty to me was no different than this. Ben White penalty hit Ben White on the leg and then roll up to his hand, and they gave a penalty.
Exactly. I don't understand how, not because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't understand how that was a penalty. Like, really?
Yeah, yeah. Europe giving
But
penalties, and then now they don't give one against PSG. That makes no sense.
before I go and stuff my face, Cranky, company, I'm really happy for him. If we get him in the final, I'm not asking for him to win it,
Right.
but if he does, I'll be very happy for him because, like, growing up, I never saw that black coaches on the touchline. Like, the only one I could really think of in terms of representation was the coach from Barcelona. Remember when Ronaldinho was there
Oh,
and
you're talking about
everybody?
Rijkaard. You're talking about Rijkaard.
Yes, that was like the only, like, we could say black man, if
Yeah,
that's we
yeah.
want to put it politely. But we never saw that growing up, and so it's a wonderful thing to witness. Just like you said, he went to Burnley, gone from on as an upward trajectory, going over to Bayern Munich, winning the Bundesliga with them, and could potentially win a Champions League trophy as well. And that's massive for black coaches and managers, because with when it comes to our demographic, we
Right.
have to work twice as hard as everybody else. So that's not to say it's going to open up the floodgates of black managers and coaches, but it's a great look. And yes, I'm really happy for company, but I don't want him to beat us in the final.
I would agree with you. Well, I appreciate the
Yeah.
call, my dear. I appreciate the call.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I need to stuff my face
All
now.
right. Well, thanks. Have a good evening. Have a good night, I should
You
say.
too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
That was Crystal. People, go over to our channel. It's Talawa TV and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Crystal. Now you just made a brilliant save off a header by Neves. If you just join us, we're in the 33rd minute. The last game was more exciting than this one. This one is showing some more defense. There's a lot of contentious calls here about handball on Mendes and handball a while ago and Neves. A lot of contentious decisions here. But we're still in the first half. It's still 6-4 to PSG. Free kick to PSG. Here comes PSG again. Vitinha looking to shoot. Ball blocked. Out of bounds again. And go on corner to Bayern. The way things looking, Arsenal will be playing PSG unless something changed dramatically in the next 60 minutes or so, or 50-something minutes. That was a brilliant header by Neves, actually, and brilliant save by Neuer. Even at this age, Neuer still keeping as if he's a youngster. Here comes Mendes. Beat his man nicely. Tries a speculative shot. And Neuer trying to go along, trying to find, I assume it's Diaz. Oh. Elise trying to find Diaz over the top, but that didn't work. What these two teams do very, very well is when you're attacking them, they're looking to counter. And their transition football is brilliant. So what they do is they'll play like coy defense in terms of, you know what? We're going to play the defense, but as soon as we win it, we're gone. And you have to be aware of that. That's where coaching comes in. And this is a tough game for the referee because Bayern people are very contentious. Here comes Bayern. That should have been a foul, actually. In comes Lamer, plays it wide. Cross into the box, trying to find Kane. Does find Kane. He controls it. He goes back to Ta. Ta goes inside to, is this Musiala? Goes out wide. Kane to Upamecano, who goes down to Elise, come in the box. Bayern just don't look organized going forward though. They don't look comfortable going forward. It's not the same Bayern we saw in Paris actually. They're not as fluid offensively. It's a bad decision by Upamecano. He gave himself. He won that ball. Ramos is on the right, open. PSG should have done better with that ball, actually. Oh, Kvaratskhelia trying to beat his man. Ball out of bounds. Should be a corner to PSG. You know, you can't make a mistake defensively. You pay for it. And Upamecano, he won that ball. He has to do a better job trying to get his ball to his teammate. If you're playing against Kvaratskhelia, you have to be thinking about he's going to try to beat me every single time. So I got to play him for the beat versus playing for him to go forward. Short corner by PSG. Ball in the box. Headed up by Upamecano. Ball to Mendes. Goes across field. Vitinha. Going to go all the way back to the keeper. Who's going long. Tar back to Neuer. Bayern is very comfortable with Neuer in the goal, though, with his feet. I don't think he's great. I think he's good with his feet. I don't think he's great with his feet. He's not like a Raya, for example. Mencano across field. Stanisic, he's trying to go long. It's not a good play. Foul against PSG. Free kick to PSG. We're in the 38 minute. Bayern 0, PSG 1. PSG won the first leg 5-4. They're leading 6-4 on aggregate. That's one thing about these midfielders for PSG. They're very, very skillful. Now, let me take this down. Here comes Bayern. It's Elise trying to go wide and turns it over. Elise is not having the best game. It's surprising. Here comes Bayern again. It's Kimmich. Going to go back to Upamecano, who goes outside. Ball play out to Diaz, coming forward. He's going to try to beat his man down the line, which he does, and try to cross it. Ball out of bounds. Goal kick to Bayern. Good defense there. Very good defense by Zaire Emery. So why does Chorus think that we will not beat West Ham? Really? I know what you're drinking. We're trying to win the Premier League. West Ham is in the way. They got to get run over. It's almost like Bayern played 3 at the back because Upamecano is always on the right. Lamer is never in position. Throw into Bayern. The game is a little bit stretched and it's not the same game we saw previously. Upamecano go all the way across field. Brilliant ball to Diaz. He has him one-on-one. Here comes Diaz. Is that Marquinhos? Diaz in the box? Oh, Diaz just trying to draw it on him and he messed up. He was in a really good spot. He should be trying to pick somebody out. And he's trying to fake him and then draw it. And that play didn't work. PSG has lost a little bit of their stuff. Here comes Bayern again. Upamecano to Lamer, looking to go wide. He doesn't. Got to go back to Neuer. Nope. Set to go across field. Upamecano dribbling wide. Bayern struggling to get upfield. Olise down the line to Musiala. Musiala in the box, trying to beat his man. Does a brilliant job. Cross, go out block. You need to lift that ball just a little bit. He's trying to cross the ball, but he just needs to lift it a little bit out of the keeper's reach. Bayern now putting on the pressure. And PSG look a little bit tired. You can't press the way they're pressing. They have to get tired at some point. I think those legs are starting to go. It's been a long season. We're in the 42nd minute of play. And PSG is leading Bayern. Elise picks it up, looking to find someone wide. He has Lamer on his right. He can roll it into him. He does. Lamer with a cross field. That's Zaire Emery. Ball out of bounds, throw into PSG. They're getting some joy on the right side, actually, in terms of being able to play the ball in for a cross. I think what they have to do, though, is cross it back to the penalty spot. They're trying to cross across the field. That's not working. You just lift it to the penalty spot and see what happens. Throw into PSG. We're in the 42nd minute. PSG winning by 1-0 and 6-4 in aggregate. Bayern is now starting to dominate possession. Olise coming forward. Beat one. Plays it inside to Musiala, back to Kimmich. Go across field to Lamer. Lamer should go outside to Olise. Olise has his man one-on-one. Trying to beat him. And he tried to go between his legs. I'm not sure what he was trying to do against Ramos, actually. Good stop by Bayern, coming forward again. Upamecano to Tau, to Olise. Back heel to Musiala, who has some space in between. He has a chance to shoot. Good shot by Musiala. Well saved by... Well saved. Really, really good save, actually. Good move by Musiala. As I said, he hasn't been in the game as much as I'd like. But brilliant save, actually. Here comes PSG again. Bayern again. And it's a shot by Musiala over the bar. They're getting closer. You can say that much. That ball hit Marquinhos. It looked like it hit him. Bayern needs to score before the half ends. PSG's getting tired. It's not the same PSG who started the game. They started off very focused, quick, a lot of energy, and Bayern's been dominating possession. And PSG has not been in the game. See, PSG's beatable, people. You gotta withstand that whole pressure they put on you. And right now they're getting tired. And Bayern is getting closer and closer. This tie is not over. At any time, PSG could hit him on the break, but we'll see. Olise against Mendes. Here we go. He goes inside of him, beat him easily. But Mendes had cover. Ball plays the eye to Diaz. But Musiala comes inside, beat one, beat two, looking to shoot. Ball is way over the bar. Safanov has had a good game. The PSG keeper has had a good game. He's kept them in the game so far. So we're in the 45th minute. Only 2 minutes of extra time. Throw into Bayern. Ball over to Olise, trying to turns it over. And PSG plays over. PSG has lost their way. Who is listening and lurking, Jargons? Yeah, PSG has lost their way. This is not the same game, people. I guess you have once in a lifetime game where, yeah. Ball into, here comes Olise. Trying to go over the top and find Diaz. That pass was never there. Ball played out to Lamer. Gonna go wide to Olise. Olise trying to turn his man. And out of bounds, throw into Bayern. I think PSG playing Olise much better this game, not allowing him to be in the one-on-one on Mendes. I'm surprised he hasn't got Mendes in foul trouble. Got him in the yellow card, but it hasn't had another foul on him so far. Here comes Bayern again. Bayern just making really poor passes. Both teams, actually. So a lot of foul by referee. It should be end of the first half, actually. And yellow card to Kvaratskhelia. I don't know why he would do that. Kicking the ball away. You don't want to get a yellow card where you don't have to get it. That's not smart. Should be the last kick of the first half to Bayern. Let's see what happens. They're in offside position right now. They probably run back and run somebody from deep. It's a good cross. Headed down just inside the post by Bayern. And the Bayern fans I think that was Ta or Upamecano headed that. Ball came over, headed down by Ta. He has to hit the target from there. That was not a difficult header. He didn't have the jump. Gotta hit the target. Gotta hit the target. Have to. I see I'm getting beaten on YouTube here. Somebody have a comment. They said, your BS. This is Regular Boy Reactor, who's all over my channel saying these things. See, I'm pot calling kettle black. Try to show and teach the people how to maintain a semblance of decorum, which I guess I'm not exhibiting. I mean, I have an opportunity to get perturbed, so I do what I will. Nobody ran Chung away. How do you require professional with local Jamaicans when you claim to work with for 500 companies? Blah blah blah. Oh, stop the nonsense, Regular Boy Reactor. You're a cancer, just like how Maverick is, and what do you call him? Toxic Boss. Anyway, into the first half. It is PSG 2 in front. They're 6-4 in front. And Bayern Munich has to score 3 goals to win the tie. They scored 3 goals against PSG in a half. It's not impossible, but it's become difficult when you don't look like scoring. I am not sure how Bayern... This is a different game, people, than the first game. It's not as wide open. I think both teams are playing cautious. PSG seems to have lost some of their zest, I would call it. Let's try to find some stats and see what they look like. So these are the stats. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I guess not big enough. So these are the stats. As you can see, Bayern has most of the ball, but are they effective? So Bayern has most of the ball, 58% possession, which is 42 for PSG. Their expected goal is more than PSG, actually. In the PSG is leading 1-0. Big chances, 2 apiece. Total shots, 9-6 for Bayern. Neuer's made 2 saves versus 1 for Safanov. Corner kicks, 4-0 to PSG. Fouls, 6-5. Passes, Bayern has more. And tackles, PSG has many more tackles than Bayern because they have more possession, I would assume. So it's an interesting game. It's not what we were expecting. We're expecting goals galore. And I'll say this, for those who believe that we're like Inter, so if PSG wins or Bayern wins, they're going to run us over, I would suggest that you rethink your perspective, because that's not how life normally works. We haven't been beaten in Europe this year. Now, we could have lost to Leverkusen, could have lost to Atletico Madrid, but coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't work. Doesn't work. And I do think that we have the team to win the Champions League. Our players just have to turn up. We have Saka back. Trossard played last 2 games, played well. Lewis Kelly's come in the middle and made a difference because he can go by people. And then we have Eze, who needs to step up his game. He's a brilliant player, but plays too nonchalant. And Ogokore is playing well. And our defense, if Timber can come back, will be really solid. So I am not fearful of any of these teams. Or maybe a little bit of PSG if they're playing full tilt and played full tilt out. But we played Bayern early in the season. I thought they were the better team in the first half. But we won the game. We scored 3 against them. And right so far, PSG has scored 6 against them in a game and a half. So anything is possible. We can open up too. I don't know what you're talking about. We can open up, but I don't see us open up anything. Maybe against Fulham, but PSG and Bayern are not Fulham. But the goal PSG score was just Upamecano is just too slow. He wasn't even close to Varchelia. World Traveler, how you doing? Hello.
Thank you.
Yes, how you doing? I'm blessed. How you doing?
Yeah, I can see you're blessed because you're going good on the program, the boss. Take on the JFF and take on the man, you know? What's your opinion? Make them know so you're not afraid of them.
Well, I somebody said to me the other day, I am not asking anybody for anything, so I can voice my opinion. I have no expectation. That's not true. I have asked for interviews. I'm just not getting any. Nobody want to talk. Nobody in JFF don't want to talk to me.
The interview are different thing because them know say you know pick no side. You understand? You
Yeah.
just tell them what it is. And like Manningsman, them are bows. We can say that.
Well,
We can say that on the air.
don't come on, boy. You know me, Steve, man. You not say that, man. Not say that.
That's what I ask you. We can't say that, you know?
No, not say that. Come here, say all on about. So not say that. But we're not going on the road there. And we leave that road. People me say that. You just come out. We're not go on the road. Not go on the road there.
No, well, what I mean by that, you know, I mean like.
Me know what you're talking.
Yeah, man.
You're saying people acquiesce. They acquiesce. They give in versus fighting, basically.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
As long as you can give them likes, because you end up a tour, I travel with the team. You understand?
Yeah, but even Topical does the same thing, you know. Him going like him and the man who is objective, but he's not. When Rudolph was getting him interviews, he wasn't complaining. As soon as Rudolph started getting interviews, he started cuss Rudolph. It's amazing how that works. Yeah,
man. Anyway, about this match. No, before I talk about the match, I want to ask you something. Because there's an argument come there at the studio with me and a producer. A big time producer from England named Black Dread. Everybody know him.
Okay. Except me, but go on.
Well, he's a Liverpool fan, you know. He's a Liverpool fan.
Right.
The old first division before it becomes the Premier League. How much team used to play night?
Wow, that's a good question. It wasn't 20. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember, you know.
I wonder if it was more or less. So that me, I wonder.
I don't remember.
Rebrand it, you know. Them rebrand it. So
yeah. I remember in the 90s. I then couldn't compete with Italy. Right.
Well, he might tell me said it was more like 24 teams used to play. When I know how true it is. And when they changed it to the Premier League, they cut it down to 20. This is why the championship now have 24 teams that play.
I think the number varied actually. I think it was 20, then went to 22. Right? I thought it was 20, went to 22. And now it's 20.
Yes, sir. I must say them want to cut it down to 18. How true is that?
I think it was 22 when they went to the Premier League in 92, actually. I think it was
22.
When they went to the Premier League in 92, yeah.
It was 22, and then they cut it down to 20.
It was 20 before, then it went to 22, then it went to 20. So then they were 20, 22, then back to 20.
And you don't know anything about the first division, the old first division.
That's what I'm saying. The first division was 20, 22, and then went back to 20. And then went to 20 in the Premier League. Yeah, it was 20. It was, I think it was 92, them changed it from 22 to 20. Yeah, 22 to 20. Yeah, 92. It was 22 before. It was 22.
Yeah, because me tell him so the Premier League start 92 and you're a big team or you are talking about the biggest team. Well, which is a big team still. Them only won the Premier League 2 times.
Oh, Arsenal?
Manchester United won it 13 times. No, Liverpool.
Oh, they didn't win it until Klopp won it. They didn't win the Premier League till Klopp won it. They didn't win the Premier League until... No. I'm not asking you.
Yes, I agree.
They won the Division 1 a lot. They didn't win the Premier League until Klopp won it.
Yes, and then them coming again last
year. Then
year.
Slot won it, yeah. Yeah, they didn't win it. They didn't win it for like 30 years, I think it was.
I know.
Yeah.
Won it 3 times.
Yeah. We won it, 89? We win it when... And what's his name that died? Was a star?
98.
Well, yeah, but that was one. But we won it before... But no. We won the first division. No, we won the first division before. That's true. Won the first division, 89, 90, I think. Then we won 90 when Arsene Wenger came. And then we won with Invincible. Yeah.
So how many times we won on Arsene Wenger?
I think is it 3? If I'm not mistaken.
I think 3 times, you know.
Yeah, I think it's 3 if I'm not mistaken.
But we never win back to back yet. We never win back to back.
That's Man U.
No, I know, but as I'm asking if Arsenal never won back to back.
I don't know if we won. Somebody said we won 30 times. We don't won the Premier League 30 times, people. Not say that. We won. We don't win the Premier League 13 times actually. We won Division 1 quite a bit, but we didn't win the Premier League. Yeah. Actually, no. I should look it up.
That's what well, I know it's 3 times Arsenal won the Premier League.
Yeah, but it will tell me the years and everyone. I don't remember us winning back.
Yeah, I know the years. I think 2003 was one of the years.
Well, we had the Invincible.
Well, you see that Invincible team. That Invincible team was made up of about 60% of France 1998 World Cup team, World Cup winning team.
So we won. We won back to back the Invincible season. We won 97, 98, 2001, 2002, and 03, 04.
Okay, so no win before the World
No,
Cup.
no, we didn't win back to back. We won 1-1, 0-2. We didn't win 0-2 to 0-3, 1-0-3 or 4. So we missed 1 year.
Okay, so no
So
win.
it's 3 times we win it. Yeah.
Okay. When my team won it
The 13th time the person mentioned in the chat was when we win like across first division, including the 3PL.
Yeah, I know about that, man. Them factor in the first division with the Premier League in 1 year.
Well,
So-
we have a chance to win it this year, so let's hope that we don't mess it up.
Well, millions of Arsenal for winning it, you know. Millions of Arsenal for winning it.
Yeah, but we've been
I see,
messing
right?
up, man. We had Bournemouth and Bournemouth beat us.
Well, the whole thing
At home?
mess up because the first time when Man City draw within 1 point, and then them go draw those 2 matches against Bournemouth.
Them draw against Spurs, them draw against Nottingham Forest, them draw some bad games, you know.
Yeah, so they mess up too. So
Yeah.
it mess up. So right now Arsenal got their goal average up now, and them are lead by 6 points, even though City have too much in. No, they won Everton.
They
beat
they drew with Everton. That's why we're 2 points ahead. And they have a game in hand.
Okay.
They have a game in hand.
Oh, them have a game in hand. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, them
So
never beat
they
Everton.
have I think they have a game against Crystal Palace. They need to play.
If they win that, them still have got the 2 points behind, right?
Yeah. If we win out, we win the league.
Well, at least Everton giving a lifeline. In.
They did actually, and Arteta, David Moyes is the coach of Arteta, so that's a good thing. And the guy who scored the goals, Barry, his full family is an Arsenal fan, so he did his job.
Yeah. So it's only Arsenal can mess up.
It's only Arsenal. Yeah, well, the problem for us is West Ham is fighting for their lives, right? And they have to win. Because Spurs lead them by 2 points, so they have to win. So that's a problem. And we're playing at their place. And they stopped us 2 years ago when they beat us when we're trying to win the title. So
Arsenal still a far better team than West Ham.
we are a better team, but you know the Premier League don't really care about better team. You know, City's a much better team than Everton, and them still not win.
Yeah, I agree. All right, anyway, the match now.
Yes.
What do you think about those 2 handball?
I think it should be a penalty. And the reason why is because that's how they've been calling it in Europe. That's how they've been calling it in Europe.
I don't, I still can't understand why that is not a penalty.
Well, one was given against Ben White against Atletico Madrid. It ain't no different. You might kick the ball on your hand. You ain't putting your hand out there to block it. So I don't know. They're very subjective in Europe. They just make it up as they go along. Now, I know it was a defender trying to kick the ball out, but I don't really care. The ball should be in the place. Your hand should be behind your back someplace hiding because that's how they do it nowadays.
That me I saying, I want to if it's true because of his own teammate, why they never give it? That me I say.
I think because he knew nothing about it. That's probably part of it. Meaning he was facing someplace else. He knew nothing about it. His hand was a little bit away from his body, but not extended. Like Ben White's hand was extended. I don't know why Ben White's hand was there. I don't know why Ben White's hand was there. Please explain to us, Ben White. You didn't get grief for it. I have no idea why he was doing that. If Ben White was black, he'd be getting a lot of racist comments. I always find that interesting, actually. Because Mark Gay got a lot of racist comments after the game against Everton with City.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, I love to see PSG at Arsenal final. Even though Munich play good still, you know.
Huh?
Munich is playing well, even though them down.
Yeah, but they need 3 goals. You can't afford to be 0-0. You need to score goals. They got to take more risks.
That's what I said.
Yeah, they got to take more risks.
Yeah.
And you're at home too. See, Arteta went offensive against PSG. That's why he played MLS. Right? He went offensive. You got to go offensive. You got to get your best players on the field. They don't have a lot of offensive fire punch to bring on. I think they have the best offensive team on the field. So they should bring on Alphonso Davies to play at left back. He's on the bench, which him give it more offense. I don't think Stanisic is the person. I think they should bring on Davies, but we'll see what happens.
Well, PSG Arsenal is a good final.
I prefer to play Bayern than PSG, to be honest. But you know what? We're not afraid of nobody. We're not afraid of nobody.
No, you're afraid.
No, we're not afraid. We're not afraid. No, we're not afraid. We're not afraid. We're not afraid of nobody. First of all, you have to scope, aren't we? And second of all, we may not be able to score, so we get the penalties because we don't really create chances.
Say one of the most hype UEFA Cup Champions League final I remember is Arsenal versus Barcelona. Remember that final? Last.
And we should have won that game. Thief we.
Yeah.
Thief them.
That's the score. 2-1.
Yeah. Then when now the one layman gets sent off, you know. I hear that thing. We play with 10 men. Yeah. If we win that game, we're the better team. We are the better team. At least in my mind, anyway.
Hype again. Because if Arsenal fans have hype again, that we know say the Gunners fans them very hungry. So,
yeah, we're hungry. We never won it, so it's time.
Yeah, we're hungry. Yeah. Anyway, the game will start back. So
yeah, man. Bless. Thanks for the call. All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
Somebody sent me a message here. Cranky, you're so mixed up in bad ways. Even in Washington, you got leakers. How would journalists get info? There's a difference between that doesn't mean it's okay because it's happening in Washington. Like, seriously, people? Like, it's inappropriate. Really? Let me just say something, people. When Hogginson became coach of Ireland, nobody heard about it. Hogginson was hired back in March. He became the coach in the summer. We didn't hear a peep from anybody. And he was interviewed in December. If it was a JFF, would I hear about it? From the interview up, would I hear about it a long time? People never hold them out, man. Chat too much. They must say, I eat chicken something, as them always say. Chat too much. Somebody thought my language earlier wasn't appropriate when I was talking about Rudolph and the many things surrounding him. Can't help you, people. Language is not always the best. I don't fake. The game is off. Second half, PSG versus Bayern. I'm bored, actually. I'm not lying. I'm bored. This game is not enticing me. The first game was ridiculous. This game is not enticing. Here come PSG. There's a race between Olise. Is that Mendes? Throw into Bayern. Ball's in the box and miscontrolled by, it looked like Musiala. I don't want the PSG. They look like they took out their foot off the pedal. You can Bayern trying to play from the back and PSG looking to press. Ball played into Kane. Kane plays it wide to Diaz. Diaz has his man one-on-one. He's getting some help. Marquinhos getting some help. Ball played inside to played outside to Stanisic. Back into so Bayern just played around now. Man passed the ball out of bounds. That's kind of hard to do, you know. You ain't getting no pressure. No pressure and he plays it out of bounds. Here comes Bayern again. PSG has just lost their way. At least to Kane trying to play the ball forward. PSG plays down. He got kicked in the stomach, but he threw himself in it. And who is that? Is that Pacho? Can't tell. No, I don't know who that is actually. I don't think that was a foul though. Kane played the ball. He just threw himself into it. Wow. He put his head there. That's not good. Yeah, it's the Ecuadorian. You know, no South Americans like to embellish on these things. Truly embellish. Bayern fans not trying to make some noise. I heard the Emirates was rocking yesterday. I would love to be in at that game. Come on, player. Come on, Pacho, get up. They must be resting. If you just join us, we're in the 48 minutes of play. It's PSG versus Bayern. PSG leading 6-4 in aggregate. Kane kicked it, and he put his head there. How you gonna put your head there? You want to kick off your face? You're lucky Kane didn't put his boot through his face. I see some ex-Bayern players in the stands. Here comes forward. Ball played out by Neuer. Marquinhos. Ball played out, headed up. There's no pattern playing by these teams. They're just kicking the ball upfield. They're playing like the JPL. Good fight by Musiala, but turn him over. Musiala comes again. Ain't no pattern occurring. Maybe it's the pressure that forces people to make mistakes. Here comes Neuer. Going long. I can't even commentate on the game, people, because it's just kick on turnover, kick on turnover. This is awful football. Like, if you think the first game was good, this is a joke. This is bad football. Those of you who beaten Arsenal don't play as ugly as this. This is ugly football. They're just kicking each other, and Pacho is down. No, who does now? And this Mendes, people just down over the field. Said, find a YouTuber and talk about the same thing every day. That's not true. I talk about speed every day. Talk about speed a lot, even though I try to diversify what we talk about. But RB Gaming, why would I tell you? You get me in that trouble in the RB Gaming. You get me in that trouble, you know. Here comes PSG. This football is ugly. Those of you who beating Arsenal, you enjoying this game? Yeah? Are you enjoying this game? This is an ugly football game. They can't even keep the ball. None of them. They just kick the ball up the field. Maybe the pressure is what's doing it. Just tell you something. When anybody getting pressure bust pipe. Look, Kane just turned the ball over because this pressure is everywhere. Everywhere. That pressure is non-ending. Not ending pressure. Never ending, I should say. I'm confusing myself what I was trying to say. Ball played out to Olise. Headed up by Mendes. Here comes Bayern. Back to Olise. He's coming forward. He hasn't beat Mendes in a long time. He goes inside, beat him, beat one, beat two. He has a chance to shoot. He fakes the shot. He plays it to, is this Musiala who miscontrols? He's going to come back outside. Yes, Kane wide. Kane should try to go top corner. Go inside and go top corner, Kane. He tries it, but it's blocked. Good play by Tom. Get rid of his man. Plays it out too. The pressure is relentless down the middle of the park. Bad pass inside, but miscontrol. PSG trying to break, but Bayern is very wise to the break. Ball plays down to Lise. He has time. He goes outside trying to find, is that Diaz? And PSG is just throwing himself to the ground continuously throughout this half. The score is 6-4. That's the score. That's the real score. 1-0 PSG, but it's 6-4 really. On aggregate. Bayern has to score 3 goals in the next 38 minutes. Or 37 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't think that's happening. Not the way they're playing. Goal kick to, well, we call it goal kick. Now he has the ball, need to kick it out. Bayern has to change what they're doing. It's not working. PSG is doing a really good job of clogging the middle. Here comes Bayern again. PSG is in a hunt, trying to go along, play the ball over. Bayern players down, and he's rolling. Is that Kane? Yes, it's Kane. I guess he got hit in the face. Oh, Marquinhos, yeah. He tried to leverage going off the jump, and he did slap Kane in the face. Free kick to Bayern. I could see Gnabry coming on from Musiala. I don't think Musiala has been that effective. A kick should be taken by Kimmich. What do you mean that's football? What are you talking about, Dr. Don? This game is not football. This game is not being fun. Ball played out wide to Diaz. Oh, what a horrible shot. That was awful. Awful, awful, awful. I think you need some change. Gnabry injured? I didn't see that. No, my team is better because my team is in the final. Nobody's better than my team. Right now, in terms of Champions League football, my team is in the best place. We're in the final. We're in the final. So you can't talk about my team, Dr. Dan. We're in the final. Here comes Bayern. Upamecano. And PSG is now pressing really high. And Neuer needs to get rid of this ball. And he goes long, trying to find Kane. Kane is being wrestled. That should be a foul. It's foul against PSG. It must be hard to play center forward in European football. You get beat up a lot. Center halves are grabbing and bucking you and doing all sort of stuff. And Bayern plays the ball trying to find Elise. You can't even commentate on this game. It's so bad. I'm serious. It's bad. Talk about Arsenal. Now here comes PSG and they have it. It's Doué out wide. He has his man one-on-one. It's just go wide and shoot. He wants to do that. Good shot by Doué. Parried by Neuer. It's Musiala. Ball played out to Elise. He goes inside. Good tackle by Pacho there. Very good tackle, but ball still back to Bayern, trying to find Elise. That's a speculative ball, and it was a poor ball. He had a chance to come wide left versus going wide right. Decision making is lacking in this game. Here comes PSG. Good there. No, that's twice. No, I had to make saves. Bayern is not winning this game. Here they come again. They can't get by the PSG players. Here come Diaz. Diaz going through the middle, trying to go wide to Elise, and he does. Elise has Mendes. Now, if you can get him on a yellow card, then get him off the field, then it'd be a better 11 against 10. Ball played into Kane. Kane blocked out by Pacho brilliantly. Good defending. Just ease him off the ball. I don't know what Kane asking for, but it's a good play. Good defending. All right, PSG just kicked the ball back to Bayern for them to come again. Here comes Bayern outside to Elise, trying to go over the top. Plays the ball in. Come wide to Diaz. Diaz beat his man inside nicely. And gets a 1-2, and PSG does a brilliant job of just shooting him out. Blocking him out. Yeah. Dr. Dan, we can bet some money about this. My team will win the Champions League. Anyone in the team I play, we have beat them. I don't know what you think that we can't beat any of these teams. What are we drinking? They ain't impressing me. PSG is a better team than Bayern. That much is clear. I think Bayern midfield is slow and plodding. But we can beat these teams. No doubt in my mind we can beat these teams. I'm not fearful of any of them. We have the best defense in football. That's all we need to know. and enough offense to be dangerous. Bayern doesn't look like they're going to score any time this year. Here comes Elise. He has options. Beats one inside and he turns it over. That's poor by Elise. Poor. Not creating problem for his team. Here comes Mendes. Trying to find it. But another thing too, Bayern have a lot of people back, so I'm not sure what Elise was doing. Ball played out wide to Diaz. He has man one-on-one. He needs to move quickly. He needs to get in the box. He's in the box. And cross, and ball is blocked. PSG just has like 10 people in the box at any time. Their recovery is really, really good. Here comes Bayern again. That's how it's been going. Bayern up, but Bayern is not getting closer to goal. Ball played out to Elise. He has a chance not to go and to try to shoot. Comes inside. Plays it back to Musiala. Goes outside to... And he went outside to Pavlovic, but referee blocked it. We're in the 60th minute. And Bayern needs goals. And they're not coming. Musiala is trying, but it's not happening. He drew the ball out of bounds. Goal kick to PSG. Hasn't been happening for Musiala in this 2-game series. I still don't think he's fully recovered from that broken leg that he suffered in the summer. Goal kick to PSG. I must admit, this is not what I expected from this game. It's like watching paint dry. Kane with the ball and go all the way back to Neuer. Neuer looking to go downfield. Goes long over the top. Headed out by PSG. Ball played out to Elise. Elise hasn't had the best game either. He's had a chance to beat Mendes. He hasn't done it yet. He did it at will in the first game. Elise inside the upper Meccano. Plays the ball. Brilliant ball between the lines. Ball to Lamer trying to cross. It got blocked. They need to switch the wing. And people need to come wide on this side. I don't know what Stanisic was trying to do. Stanisic, that was a poor shot. Here comes PSG. Doué, back to Marquinhos. Inside to Nunes, outside to Mendes. Trying to work the ball up the field. Bayern's getting a little bit tired, so their press is not as it was previously. PSG coming forward. Brilliant between the legs there by Emery. He's coming forward. We're in the 62nd minute, and PSG now is taking over the game. Here, and they turn it over. Just as I tried to compliment them, he gave the ball away. Upamecano trying to go long. Not a good pass at all. Need some air on that ball. I think Arsenal can feel a little bit of reprieve, given how we saw this game being played out. If this was another 5-5 game, you'd be like, oh, we're in trouble, but not overly impressed. It's still 1-0 in the 63rd minute. PSG coming forward. Doi had his man on skates and turned it over. Good play by, might have been Pavlovic. Kane coming forward, looking for a pass, don't have one. Was that Olise? He goes back to Lamer, who's trying to go along. This game is putting me to sleep. Where's that exciting game that we all were told to expect? He's just dribbling and turn the ball over. Company make a change. Doe brilliantly beat one. Has 4 men tracking him. He has one-on-one. He has Ta. Oh, good shot. Good save again by Neuer. That's another thing too. When PSG break, when they break their forwards, keep the ball really well. And Neuer has been brilliant. That could have been another goal. PSG is a better team. They're not losing this game. So Alphonso Davies should have come on a long time ago. He's coming on. That should have been done a long time ago. And then Belly's going to be off. I wonder if it's Barcola coming on. And Belly wasn't in the game that much, to be honest. Trying to cheer his team on. If you just join us, we are in the second half of the game between PSG, Champions League, UCL semifinal. Barcola coming on, and so is Alphonso Davies. I'd assume it's Dembele going off and maybe Stanisic going off. But we'll see if Bayern go more offensive. I think Alphonso Davies will make a difference. He should have been on earlier. There's a corner against Bayern. Ball headed out. PSG in control. We're in the 65th minute, and it looks like it's going to be a PSG Arsenal final. That was the semifinal last year. PSG won out. I'm sure Arsenal will want to take revenge. Here comes Mendes going behind Upamecano. Really good defending to catch him and win the ball back. Here comes Bayern again. Bayern not making much progress. I think Bayern needs some more athleticism in their midfield. Here comes Bayern. They turn it over, almost. Players are tired out there, people. Tired. Bayern player trying to go through. Is Musiala. Goes back to Diaz. Trying to go inside a shoot. He got room. He should go outside to Musiala. He should go outside to Musiala. He's trying to shoot. He goes across field. Musiala is begging for it, but they're not giving it to him. Ball crossed wide, out of bounds. Musiala must be frustrated. Diaz had to give it to him and decided to go wide, and that didn't work. Gotta give the ball to more skillful players. So we have 2 changes being made. So Stanisic is off, which we're not surprised about. And Ta is going to be out also. And Alphonso Davies is in. Canadian. And Kim is in also. So I think Alphonso Davies can play anywhere, actually. Even though he plays left back for Bayern. He started out his career as a forward. So let's see how this works out based on the changes. Oh, brilliant move coming forward. He has a chance to go right out to Diaz, and he does. Diaz has his man one-on-one. He should take him on right away. He's getting some help. He has Marquinhos, and he's having him in the box. He tried to beat him. Good recovery there by Zach Nunez. Ball back to Alphonso Davies, cross in the box, brilliant cross. Shot, good save by the goalkeeper, PSG. Alphonso Davies is going to make a big difference in this game. Should have been on the field a long time ago. That was poor by, unless he's injured, it's poor by company. You need some speed out there and creativity. I'm 30 seconds delayed. That don't make any sense. This is not streaming, you know. This is my regular TV. It's supposed to be satellite, so Verizon is messing up. What if I can rewind it actually? I'm really 30 seconds delayed? Damn. I hate that. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Let me just take it off and go back home. But it's regular CBS channels, so I shouldn't be. I don't know what's happening. I'm watching two channels, and one is I guess they're all delayed. Here comes Elise. We're gonna shoot. Shot, save. Yeah, I don't know why I'm delayed. Safanov is a good keeper. I thought when they lost Donnarumma, they would have been in it for them, but they've done a good job of replacing him. He's done a good job. Safanov has done a good job, really good job. I can't believe I'm 30 seconds behind. Thank you, Easy Walker. At least I know where I am. It's throwing to PSG and they're not in any hurry. They're buying flags being waved, but I think that's a flag being waved of a loser. They're not winning this game. Oh my God. That beat by Doe a while ago is ridiculous on the line. He got right 2 men by doing a very special draw. Here comes Bayern. They have numbers, but good breaking up by Pacho. Dewey just left both of them just standing there. Them skills are not normal, as them say. Not normal. He beat 2 men, left them there standing. Look at this. He just draw it, flick it back, and both Diaz, they were there just watching. They have no idea what happened. Gave Diaz some of his own medicine. I said, Davis beat his man nicely, trying to go forward, and he goes back. They need to go forward. They need to go back. Here comes Bayern. Well, at least it's a tough game. Here comes PSG again. Archelia beating 1, beating 2, beating 3. Go outside to Doe with a shot. Good save by Neuer. And he just barraging Neuer's goal. I mean, Doe and Archelia, they're just peppering him. I thought he was offside, though. Here comes Musiala to Diaz. To Alphonso Davies. Ball into Kane. Kane looking to shoot. Goes wide to Elise. Elise is in the box. Trying to cross it. That was poor. He's been having a horrible game. He's had a horrible game. Here comes Bayern again. PSG's deep. When PSG's that deep, they're dangerous. They're looking to hit you in the counter at some point. Elise, a game, but not a bad pass. He's not having a good game at all. And if you expect to turn this around by Bayern, you expect him to be the main contributor. Here comes Encano, plays it inside. Now Bayern is all the way up the field. If PSG win this ball back, there's no way they can catch them up. Diaz has it. Should just go far post. Look at Kane far post. Good cross by Diaz, but it's out of bounds. Well, it's not a bad cross, but no Bayern players close to it. Ball played out, picked up by Alphonso Davies, and here we come again, 72nd minute, and Bayern doesn't look like scoring. PSG's packing it in. They're starting their defense just over the halfway line, and they're not giving an inch. Ball cross in the box, played out, corner for Bayern. Bayern dominating possession, but they're not getting the outcome. Corner by Davis. Oh, Safanov fluffed his line there. Ball out of bounds for throwing. It wasn't Davis. Who took that corner? That was Elise. Throw-in by Bayern. Cross in the box to no one. Pacha played out again. And here comes PSG. Here comes Barcola. Trying to go through 3 men. Ball played out, throw in. He's playing against 3 players and they're struggling. Elise is having a nightmare game of his life. Here comes PSG again. Bertinho out to Mendes. Look how easily Mendes just go around this man. Without even trying. Comes across to Barcola. I'm sorry, Doe, not Barcola. Doe goes across to Barcelia, who's trying to put in the far corner. Comes back to Doe. Good shot by Doe. Doe, he's such a brilliant player. He's such a brilliant player. He has a lot of skills. Good control, a lot of skills. A change for PSG, 2 changes actually. So PSG trying to solidify their position and close this game out. And I just talked about Doué a while ago, who's been brilliant. He's coming off. Or he's not coming off. He's going to get water. Thought he was coming off the field. No, he is coming off. It was Zaire Emery who was drinking the water. So Doué is off. And Ruiz is off. And we bring in Hernandez and who else? Hernandez and Beraldo, Lucas Beraldo. No, it's not a good fall at all. Musiala. We're in the 76th minute, and Bayern doesn't look like they're going to score anytime between the next century. I don't think Bayern midfield is creative enough. That's their problem. The midfield is not creative at all. At least they're trying to do too much and it's not working. Here comes Kim into Musiala. Outside to Diaz. Went back in, trying to put Musiala, goes to Kane. Kane doesn't have any pass. He tried to place it to Alphonso Davies, back to he goes to Alphonso Davies again. He's looking to go in the box. He plays down to Kane down the line. I don't think Kane expected a pass. Go back to Davies. Go all the way across. Ball to Upamecano. He's trying to go across fields, change his mind. Brilliant turn by Diaz, looking to shoot. Goes 1-2. Oh, trying to go 1-2, taken down. Referee hasn't called it. Very good tackle there. Referee gave Diaz a yellow card. Not sure why. Diaz is very animated. Yeah, Diaz was taken out. That should have been a foul, actually. That should have been a foul. Now a change by Bayern, and they're bringing on the Chelsea, bringing on Jackson, the Chelsea Loney from UCL. I think Chelsea could have used Jackson this year. They could have played, Pedro in the 10 and use Jackson up front. Jackson's a very good link-up player. And need goals. Here comes Australia. He does it again. Oh my God, he didn't score that. Oh wow. He got through. I thought he was going to put that in the net. That didn't work out that way. He's unplayable. I got to see a replay on this. So he has the ball. He's in the box. He beat his man nicely. He's behind. He's not in front of the goal. And he kicked and missed. That would have been in the far corner. He just kicked and missed. That should have been a goal. He's unplayable. Arsenal should definitely pursue him. £120 million, we'll pay that. Give him $300,000 a year like what Saka is getting. We can pay that. We need him on the left. If we have a player like him on the left, we'll be good. I think that's all we need, actually. And maybe another creative midfielder. Corner to PSG, ball played out. Vitinha has it. Looking to cross. He crosses far post to no one. Not a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Bayern. Or it's a corner. I think it's a corner. What's the linesman calling? Yeah, it looks like it's a corner to Bayern. I think that was Nunes, right? Look how diminutive PSG midfield is. And they dominate games. We're in the 80th minute. This is the Champions League semi-final. The winner will play the best team in the Champions League this year in Arsenal in the final. The only unbeaten team remaining in the final. Cross in the box, headed out by Bayern. They have numbers, but those numbers, Olise coming forward, trying to play a ball across. He got fouled. Free kick to Bayern. Ball played across to Alphonso Davies. Goes inside to Kane. Kane goes back. Goes up wide. To Jackson. Jackson, Alphonso Davies. He beats his man nicely. Got fouled. Free kick to Bayern in a dangerous spot. It's probably going to be taken by Kane. I don't know why he's confident in start Alphonso Davies. It is so much better on the left side attacking because he's an attacking player. And he's quick enough to play defense. I don't know why they played Stanisic there. He didn't do anything in the game. Who's he going to take? This Kimmich? Not a bad free kick. Ball headed out by PSG, but referee's calling something. Not sure what he's calling. Safanov has been good for PSG, though. But it hasn't been the same game like the first game. But Neuer has made a couple of really good saves. Maybe 3 or 4 really good saves, actually. PSG been the more dangerous team. Bayern dominates possession, but not a lot of outcome. Kimmich with the cross again. Not bad, but too close to the keeper. And Kane is down and complaining. Seems to be a theme. Here comes Bayern again. Ball played across to Upperman. Ball played wide out to Diaz. Kimmich back to Alphonso Davies. Upperman. PSG now starting to press in the half court, I call it. Oh, really bad decision by Upamecano. Horrible decision. Give that ball away. And Mendes had a chance to score, and he tried it from far out. If he took it towards the goal, he may have been able to get the keeper one-on-one. It's a bad turnover by the defender. I don't see how Bayern's going to score. Maybe they'll do it when I say it, but Jackson is trying, but it's tough. We're in the 83rd minute. PSG leading by 6-4. 1-0 in this tie. 5-4 in the first leg. And Dr. Don is saying they can't be open like the first game. It would be crazy for each to do that. Yeah, but then you can't say they're going to dominate us because that's how we play. We don't give away a lot. Now, we don't have the transition game that they do, but it's Kane coming forward, beat his man nicely. Who's still holding him. Good run by Kane. Kane got up with it, shielding it. He got fouled. Referee not calling it. Yeah, he did get fouled. Now that's poor refereeing. He got fouled, referee. Kane can't believe it. He did get fouled. And Kane is telling him some word. I don't know what he said to him, but it's not nice. So Harry Kane will never win a Champions League. He win Bundesliga, but he's not the luckiest. And they're bringing on the kid who was brilliant in the early part of the season. They're taking off Upamecano, defender. And bringing on Carl, who was very good. When we played him, Carl played against us. He was good, actually. He played where Musiala played. I think he was more effective than Musiala. Right, Mendes may be coming off. That's going to be the last change, I guess. And Mayulu coming on. But that's the case. That's the thing, Dr. Don. I don't see how we lose. Seriously. I don't see how we lose against anybody. I know that may sound strange, but if we're fit and running, I'm not worried. PSG's tough, but you got to just survive the first half against them and not have them score. Because they also get tired. Bayern just look toothless. I look toothless. Very toothless. Yellow card against Marquinhos. Okay. Remember Dr. Don's comment. Okay, remember his comment. I think we've been the best team in the Champions League, and we're gonna prove it. They beat us the last time, you know. And I don't think we are better, but I think we're more aware. Here comes Davis. Davis should have been in the game already. That's a bad turnover by Davis. Emery's fast, the fast player. So we're in the 86th minute, and PSG fans are delirious. They're trying to win back-to-back Champions League, which says a lot. For a team that had Mbappe for years and couldn't win anything, then brought in the trio, the three musketeers, couldn't win anything, and then just build a team from scratch, bringing in Dembele, bring some youth from the system, bring in Kvaratskhelia, and let's look where they are. So it can be done. Alphonso Davies over the top, brilliant control by Diaz. He has his man one-on-one. It's just go inside. He has a chance to go inside and now shoot. Oh, play the cross. Wow, they had chances there. They had to put that away. Wow, got to put that away. Was that Lamer or was that Carl that missed that? They got to score that goal. And here come Kvaratskhelia. Across field to Barcola. He got his man isolated one-on-one. This is dangerous. He's going to go inside and try to shoot. Yep, great save against Neuer. Neuer must have made at least 6-7 saves tonight. And it's a corner to PSG. Neuer has been brilliant. Could have been 6. Well, Raya got to practice, Raya. Got to be making a lot of saves. Yeah, that was poor by Carl. All you have to do was drag the ball right and then shoot it. So PSG has it, played it short. We're in the 88th minute, and score is PSG 1, Bayern 0. Here comes PSG. Bartola has it, and he slipped. He had a chance to cut it inside and score. And here comes Bayern. Ball played wide to Olise. He has his man one-on-one, trying to come inside. He does. Crosses, headed up by Bayern. Olise has had a nightmare. Plays the ball on the line to Jackson. Good cross by Jackson trying to find Kane, but over his head, out of bounds. And I think that may be it for Bayern. We're in the 89th minute. They have to score 3 goals to win, 2 to get the penalty. Not happening. They're being shut out. PSG's been a better team. Bayern has had more possession. PSG's been more dangerous, more effective. Luis Enrique looking like a genius. Winning more Champions League than Pep. We don't need the attack. We have the best defense in football. And we have Saka back. We're good. And Gyökeres playing better. Here comes Diaz. Plays down the line. We're in the... let's see how much minutes are going to go up. PSG bench is happy. They look comfortable. 5 minutes of extra time. Not a lot of time for Bayern. Bayern has been outmanned. They need a better team. Here comes PSG again. PSG being the better team. The better team won. Better team is the better team. Okay, Dr. Dan, we can do that. Look up Bayern. Oh, wow. I don't know why Jackson didn't try to shoot. I am very confident in my team. Here comes Bayern again, but they're not making any progress. I'm afraid of no team will give up 4 goals in one game. No team. Yeah, well, that GOAT title is gone. At least it was poor. Diaz was decent, and Kane wasn't in the game. Diaz trying to go through and trying to be cute with his pass, and that didn't work. He's got to shoot it. The ball could go anywhere. It could ricochet. PSG just coasting now. We can't score. Well, we're in the final, so we must be able to score. We beat Bayern 3-0. What are you talking about? It was a while ago. We beat Bayern 3-0. We beat Atletico 4-0 or 4-1 or whatever the score was. We scored 4 against Atletico. We scored 3 against Bayern. We just got to find that mojo again. Why does Luis Enrique look so nervous? You only have 2.5 minutes left. There's nobody can do that. Here comes Bayern. Good play by PSG. Ball played out wide to Diaz. Trying to go around his man. Got dispossessed. One thing about Barshelia, he plays defense. He plays defense, and PSG is into it. They're happy now. They're going to be sad come May 30th. I know, but we have another, 20-something days for the final? We'll be good. I heard Marino is back. Luis Kelly playing midfield now. We'll be good. We're not worried. We have the best defense in football. We're not worried. We're not worried. We're not worried. We're in a good place. 2 minutes remaining in this boring paint drying wall paint game. People across Arsenal. Oh, nobody with it, people. After this game, they can't talk to me. They can't talk to me. These two so-called attacking teams played boring football. PSG probably could have scored about 5 or 6. Mine and Neuer was good. Bayern didn't impress me. They get dispossessed and later on. And every time they get to the 18, they get dispossessed. Olise was poor after having a great season. Kimmich was ordinary. Palivouk was ordinary. Alphonso Davies, a great ball into Kane. Shoot by Kane. Brilliant goal by Kane. It's not done. They got a minute left. Is it offside? What happened? Brilliant goal by Kane, but it's probably a little bit too late. I keep telling you people, Alphonso Davies should have been on the field. I don't know what company's doing. That's poor game management. You got a static left back, and you have a right back. Kane, look, he's way onside. The person on the left kept him on. He's static out there. It's a good ball by Alphonso. Alphonso Davies should have been on the field a long time ago. That is, I believe that's part of the reason that they cost him the game. Standing stick is not an offensive player. You can't have your Alphonso Davies on the bench. I don't care what you do. He's quick enough to cover those wingers, and he's skillful enough to assist. I just think that company made a mistake by not putting Alphonso Davies starting. He was very obvious when he came on the field that his speed, athleticism, and skill is a differentiator. It's like Hakimi. And Hakimi didn't play this game. Here comes Davis. He still got a minute left. It's almost over. He goes outside. Ball play to Diaz back to. They're taking too long to get to the field. They're running out of time. Ball play across field. And that's why Emery was nervous. Olise loses it, as he's been doing all game. It's almost over. Throw into PSG. They're going to hold off. People, we're not afraid of nobody. We're not afraid of nobody. All right, somebody with them legs, them injured. Is that Marquinhos? Referee going to stop the clock. Yep, Peter, we did. We only need one goal and the other team don't score. We have 30-something clean sheet in Europe, people. 30-something, not in Europe, but in football this year. Of 60 games, we had 30-something clean sheet. It's a brilliant goal by Kane, by the way. Good goal by Kane on his left foot to his weaker foot. But that was Davies with a look-away pass inside. I gave it to him. I don't know why company would have Davies on the bench. It doesn't make any sense to me, people. His left back is not that good. He's just a regular everyday player. There was no skill, no speed. So let's Olise. One last attack for Bayern. Ball comes across the field. And it's done. Game's over. Game, set, and match to PSG. They're in their second consecutive final. And they're going to play the Mighty Gunners. As Nigel said, we agree, Nigel. We're not afraid of no boy. We're not afraid of nobody. PSG, welcome to the final. It's only for the big boys. The two best teams in Europe will play in the finals of the Champions League. Bayern didn't impress me this game. First game they did. Gotta remember they were down 5-2, so PSG is a better team. Anyway, I'm not staying on, people. I'm going to run. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. The game underwhelmed. It didn't overwhelm. It was supposed to be one of those games where we would see a lot from both teams offensively. I thought Olise was really, really poor. I think overall, PSG had chance after chance after chance. Neuer was brilliant. Their back four was open for a lot of the game. The midfield is not dynamic enough for Bayern. They need to improve their midfield. Olise was poor today, and he's been brilliant all season. Diaz was okay. Company made a mistake not playing Alphonso Davies from early. And when he came on, he made a difference. He had an assist on that goal. But overall, PSG, a brilliant midfielder, diminutive, quick, skillful. Their forward line are quick and skillful. Doué, Dembele, who didn't play the entire second half. And they're a happy bunch. So congratulates PSG. We're going to disappoint your fans, but that's how it goes sometimes. And Dr. Dan said we're going to be gunned down. We won't use those terms on this channel. We don't use the word gun, but we're the gunners. So I know you can gun down the gunners. We're the gunners. We're the ones who do that, right? Anyway, people, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. It's been a good afternoon. Good day for Arsenal yesterday. Good day for PSG today. And it should be a good come May 30th, Saturday, May 30th. Arsenal, we're ready. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Peace out. By the way, go watch that previous video I dropped earlier today. Thought it was good. Thanks. Peace out. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. See ya.